My name's Ashley, and I'm in Mr. Tula's 4th grade class at Whitman Post Elementary School, and I'm going to tell you about Walt Disney.
Who's Walt Disney? Is he Mickey Mouse?
No, Walt Disney is the man who created Walt Disney World and Mickey Mouse.
I still don't know much about him, about Walt Disney, so tell me about him.
Okay, Walt Disney was born December 5th, 1901. Walt had 3 brothers, Herbert, Raymond, and Roy. Walt also had one sister named Ruth. Walt had a best friend named Walt, too. Walt was a class clown. When he was in school, he said he would do anything to make his class laugh. Ha ha ha. To make his class laugh. One day he caught a field mouse and made a leash for it out of string and waltzed into his classroom with his new pet. Walt had a pretty bad habit. That habit was smoking. When Walt was 15, he had a summer job working on a train that traveled between Missouri, Oklahoma, and Kansas City. Walt had someone that worked for him. Her name was Lillian Bounds. Walt kind of had a crush on her and asked her out on a date, and she said yes. Then later on, July 13th, 1925, Walt and Lillian were married. When Walt was creating Mickey Mouse, Walt told Lillian the name of the mouse. The mouse's name was Mortimer. Lillian thought the name Mortimer was a little too fancy, so she suggested the name Mickey Mouse. So now back to Walt and Lillian. On December 18th, the Disneys had a beautiful baby girl named Diane Marie Disney. In 1937, the Disneys adopted a baby girl named Sharon May. Now back to Walt's Mickey. When Mickey Mouse became popular, there was a club, and the club had a club pledge. The pledge was, Mickey Mouse do not swear, smoke, cheat, or lie. When Walt was making the famous Snow White, Disney artists spent more than 3 years making the movie, and more than 250,000 drawings were used to make the movie. When Walt told Walt's brother Roy the idea of Disneyland, Walt's brother Roy wasn't too wild about the Disneyland idea, but somehow Walt convinced Roy, and later on Disneyland opened July 17, 1955. After Walt's family cruised to British Columbia, the doctors found out Walt had lung cancer from smoking. Then, sadly, December 15, 1966, Walt died. 3 more days until one of his daughter's birthdays. Walt was 65 years old. He did not live to see the grand opening of Walt Disney World in Florida in 1971, but Roy was there. So, now do you know about Walt Disney?
Yeah, he's Mickey Mouse.
Not again.